I'm going to bring up at this time a good brother whom I've known for a minute now. And we just want to talk a little bit. I want Brother Gary Cobb to come. Amen. Amen. First of all, welcome to the Calvary.
Amen.
Good to be here.
It is good to be here.
Yeah, appreciate the invite.
And I understand the family's here with you.
My wife, Nichelle, and my son, Keith.
Welcome. Brother Gary, I know already, but let's just talk to the people about it. What do you do?
I'm an assistant district attorney and prosecutor with the Travis County District Attorney's Office. I've been there 24 years now.
So you put people in jail. Okay. And I suspect you don't put people in jail who should be there.
Amen. Well, that's only part of my job is putting people
Oh,
in jail.
okay. So tell us the other part.
Well, part of my job is also keeping people out of jail.
Yes.
They haven't committed offenses. But the most important part of my job for me has always been representing victims of crime and cases. And that was the reason I became involved in working as a prosecutor with the district attorney's office, because of how I saw the way the criminal justice system treated people like us.
Yes,
who were not just defendants on cases, but victims on cases.
Yes,
because the truth is that in our society we have always gave less value to the lives of people of color when they were victims of crime, whether they were victims of murder, rape, or robbery, or some kind of fraud or theft. We took less seriously when the victims were black and brown.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have you seen a change, a positive change over the time period that you've been in this office?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I've been fortunate enough that I've been able to rise in the office.
Yes, sir.
I've been given opportunities, and I feel like I've taken advantage of those opportunities to put myself in the position to be one of the decision makers, and also a person who could guide the kind of policies that our office has. No office is ever perfect, but you take steps and you make people aware of how policies affect not just what we would call the west side segment of the population, but also the east side, the south side, and the north side, for everybody.
So, where are you from? Where were you born and raised?
Well, I'm originally from Mississippi.
Mississippi? What about in Mississippi?
I live in a small country town called Hernando, Mississippi.
Hernando, Mississippi. I don't even know where Hernando, Mississippi is, other than Sister Christopher and myself. Okay.
Well, it's right outside of Memphis, Tennessee. It's probably 15 miles distance-wise, but it's a world away as far as how different it is from Memphis, Tennessee.
Yes. And you went to school in Mississippi?
I went to school in a little country school. And you know, me growing up, I was born in '61. And Mississippi fought integration more than anybody fought integration. You know, the Supreme Court decided in 1954 white and brown kids would go to school together so that the brown kids could get the benefit of the education opportunity white kids have always had. Mississippi fought that, and I was 10 years old before our school was integrated. So I never went to a school with white kids and had those educational opportunities until I was older.
I see.
But I grew up one of 9 kids. I came from a large family in this little town. Yeah, we're a poor Mississippi family.
Yeah.
You know, people always say they have a hard time believing I grew up country. And I did. I worked in the field. Picked cotton, I chopped cotton, I did everything you could do to cotton over the next shirt. But people assume that since I wear a suit every day that I didn't know anything about that life.
You don't know anything about chopping.
I could file that hole and get it sharp and knock the weeds around.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see that we may have to take some lessons because we may have to return back.
We don't want to go back there.
So, and where did you get your law?
Well, I got my undergraduate degree in Mississippi from Mississippi State University. And after I graduated from Mississippi State University, I knew I wanted to become a lawyer. I came out here to UT, went to the University of Texas School of Law. Which, you know, when I came there in 1983, there was a famous case back in 1950 that allowed blacks to attend UT at all. A person was trying, Heman Marion Sweat was trying to get into the UT Law School, and UT and the state of Texas fought that.
Don't you back in Mississippi, right?
Yeah. So, you know, when I started at UT in '83, that was only 33 years after the first black person was even allowed to attend UT, which to me is an amazing thing. Because it was just 30 years ago that I came to UT. But, you know, we think of time as being, history as being something that happened a long time ago, but it's right here. You know, we live that every day and the effects of that.
What would you share with this group of families, particularly since I'm probably the oldest person in here, all these young people? What would you share with them to encourage them?
Well, the most important thing I always keep in mind is that no matter what you're doing in life, people will put obstacles in your way. There's always stumbling blocks.
That's right.
But the opposite of that, the other side of that is that there are always opportunities. And, you know, I look at my life, and not to brag about my life, but I look at the stumbling blocks, the obstacles in my life. I came from a large, poor family where, in a state that they discouraged blacks from getting education. They wanted us to stay there and work in the fields or work in the factories. But despite that, I knew that education was an opportunity. And the truth is, for many of us, education is the only opportunity. You know, but you got to take advantage of that opportunity. It's easy enough to say, no one wants me to go to college, they want to give me a job, and then so I'm not even going to complete high school or even think about college. But if you do that, then you let those people win. You know, but when you say that obstacle is there, but I have this opportunity to go to school and attend school, and so much of school is just showing up every day. And then you go to college and you show up every day and you do what you need to do, the opportunities will be almost limitless. And I say if a poor black kid from Mississippi can come out here to Texas and rise to the position out of prison and have the opportunity to do what Dr. King wanted us to do, which is get involved in the system and make the system better. You know, we can fight the system, and we can also fight the system from the inside.
Yes. Well, you said it.